Cashed in with 3 hits in the losing effort. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We all know he's a really good hitter, and this is probably a good example why. He fell behind 0-2, but knowing they're probably going to try to get him to chase a pitcher's pitch, he got really patient. He's still up against the ropes a little, but he's in a much better position now on a 2-2 count.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Brooks Robinson is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. In now, Renato Nunez. A 2-1 count to Nunez. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead. You start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
And that misses ball 4, so it's 1st and 2nd now with only 1 away.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks in bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
Stepping in, DJ Stewart, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Johnson comes into today 2nd in the league in all-star voting among starters, so it looks pretty good that he'll be rewarded for his efforts so far this year.
Yeah, and he's been having an excellent season to date, making a push towards that all-star game. Hey, fans, get out there and vote. This guy sits in 2nd place, but I'm sure he'd like to be named starter.
Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
To the plate now, Adley Rutschman. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. More to come on MLB Network's Sunday Baseball after this. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the 3rd. Heidi?
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Yankees manager to discuss his thoughts on his team's offense. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the 3rd inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Top of the 3rd set to get underway, and here comes the first baseman, Don Mattingly.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. So they do pick up the out here, but with 6 runs home against them already, it's not going to help out the team ERA by any stretch of the imagination. And that's a sight you don't want to see. dead last in the AL in that category. Stepping up now, Eddie Matthews. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here now the 2-2. Way inside with that one, a pretty easy take there.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Now batting, shortstop, Hannes.
So a runner at first with 1 out now. And here's a man whose baseball card goes for more than $1 million. Hannes Wagner. Hit weakly back to the mound. 1 there.
He's out.
Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Yankees 6 and the Orioles nothing.
Welcome back. As the Orioles look to get the offense going here in the 3rd, this is a lineup that has had its struggles this season. Entering the day, they ranked near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening, so he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Nope.
3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
A full count now for the Orioles center fielder. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Now batting, Brian Roberts. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 2-1. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1. Ben Ruda will be next. The 3-1 pitch.
Hey! Helpful!
Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Williams is over to his right, and he puts this one away for out number 2.
The right fielder, number 60, Ben Ruda.
Ready now, Ben Ruda. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Digging in once again, Reggie Jackson as we begin the top of the fourth. Here now the 2-2. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. Now here's a fly ball, well hit, a ball that's carrying, and this one will bounce into the wall. And now Gracious, just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it, bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
At the plate now, Ted Williams. 2-1 to Ted Williams now. 6 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And he lays off again, ball 3.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end up? And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 2-run shot to left center. Home run number 16 for him on the year as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Into the box now, Mickey Mantle. Hit hard on the ground to first. Scooped up, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 4, Lou Gehrig.
Ready for another shot now, Lou Gehrig, who drove in 2 runs on a double in his last at-bat.
And he's got to build off that last AB. He battled. Usually when you battle, you get in that swing mode. A lot of pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag. I love the fact that he was able to work a double in last at bat. Let's see if we get more of the same right here.
And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Joe Torre.
Striding in once again, Joe Torre. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. 8 runs, just 7 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Popped up. Murray has room in foul territory, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Yankees 8. And the Orioles nothing. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And next to bat will be the first baseman, Eddie Murray. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
You take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Standing in now, Cal Ripken. 1-2 now.
I got the count.
Yeah, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
The third baseman, number 5, Brooks Robinson.
So striding forward now, Brooks Robinson looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Full count still. Two out, nobody on. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. They're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Digging in to try it again, Bill Mazeroski. He was a ground out victim last time up. The 1-1 home is a fastball down below the knees.
2 balls, 1 strike.
To 2-2 now.
I got the count. 2-2.
Now the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Robinson is there, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Don Mattingly comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now. The 3-2 pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Stewart is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the 2nd out.
The batter, the third baseman, Eddie Matthews.
At the plate, Eddie Matthews. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's fouled away. The 1-2 is in there. A called strike 3. So the Yanks go 1-2-3 as the lead holds at 8-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Swung on and belted. Get out the rye bread and mustard, Grandma. It's grand salami time. A solo shot here to left, number 11 for him on the season, and they're now on the board, though still well behind.
Yeah, they dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need to do when that happens is to stop digging. Well, with that solo shot, they've stopped digging, but they've got a long way to go before they climb out of this hole completely.
So now to the plate, DJ Stewart. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. No outs, nobody on. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Adley Rutschman waits on deck. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
Into the box, Adley Rutschman. A ball and 2 strikes to the Baltimore backstop now. 1 out, nobody on. In the air, out to right. Gehrig is there, 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Austin
Hayes the next to bat. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Back on it is the left fielder at the track, the wall. Adios, pelota. A solo shot here to left, 8th home run on the season for him, and this lead has been cut to just 6 now.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Stepping in now, Brian Roberts. Now a flare out to left center. Wagner ranging into the outfield. He can't get there as it falls in.
Boy, D-Row, the pitch count keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. And this is another example of they're really making this guy work in this one.
Yeah, that's the grind right here. You put your hard hat on, you try and find a way to get into that bullpen.
So stepping in, Ben Ruda. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Two out with a man at first. Weak grounder down the first baseline. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. Looking to send him packing again.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home. Here's the two-seam fastball that bears in a bit too tight. It's ball 4.
The first baseman, number 33, Eddie.
Now at the plate, Eddie Murray. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. Too high, ball 3.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Three-two pitch is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. 5 innings complete. It's the Yankees 8 and the Orioles 2. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Honus Wagner. He's set to start it out for the Yanks here in the 6th. Lays off the changeup, and he's ahead in the count now, 3-1.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Ruda is there, 1 away.
The center fielder, number 9, Reggie Jackson.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Reggie Jackson. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
2-1 the count. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Ted Williams will be next. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And he takes ball 4 again. And they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
Now batting, left fielder, Ted Williams.
So coming to the plate, Ted Williams. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
2-1.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Now the payoff pitch home. A shot down the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be two. To second for one. Over to Murray. They get the double play. And the side is retired. Yanks held in check. But no matter, they lead it 8-2. So now the Oriole cleanup hitter, Cal Ripken. He'll start things off in the Baltimore 6th.
This one doesn't look good so far, down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
The 1-2. Fouled off. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
The 2-2. Fouled away. Another try at 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 2-2 one more time. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome, you go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Williams is there. One down.
The third baseman, number 5, Brooks Robinson.
Stepping up to the plate, Brooks Robinson. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Bases are empty, one man out. Hit hard to short, right to him. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Renato Nunez.
And here's Renato Nunez.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
And another foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now. Oh, and he goes down and lines this one back into center field, and he's got a base hit.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball
Number
season.
24.
Bottom line is this guy has bat to ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
To the plate now, DJ Stewart. Hopped up. Mattingly has a play. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. One left for the Orioles. Still 8-2. Justin Dunn enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 36, Justin done.
Seventh inning ready to roll, and digging in is the veteran DH, Mickey Mantle. The 1-1 home.
Ball.
Looks like a lefty and a right-hander throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. The count now at 2-2. And now a pitch on the way. Chopped on the ground to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 4, Lou Gehrig.
Ready for another chance? Lou Gehrig, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Now the 1-1 pitch. Doesn't catch the outside corner. It's a ball. One out, nobody on. Oh, and he can't reel it in out there. Then it goes to first, and it's not in time.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
Into the box now, Joe Torre. 1-2 to the Yankees catcher. Runners on first with 1 down. Little chopper back to the mound. To second for 1. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. The Yankees lead this one 8-2. Garrett Cole gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 45, Garrett Cole.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and now it'll be the catcher, Adley Rutschman.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
So he got him swinging. Adley Rutschman is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning.
Hey.
In now, Austin Hayes. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
So now to the plate, Brian Roberts. 2 balls and a strike to the Orioles leadoff hitter. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. To 2-2 now. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Ben Ruda would be next. Now the payoff pitch home. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
The right fielder, number 16, Ben.
Ready now for Baltimore. Ben Ruda been a strikeout victim twice in this one. The 1-2 misses, ball 2. A runner on first with 2 away. Swing and a ground ball for Mazeroski at second. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Orioles leave 1. Still 8-2. Ready to begin the 8th, and set to go is the second baseman, Bill Mazeroski. The 1-1 home is strike 2 swinging.
2 strikes.
Grounded back up the middle and into center field, a base hit. So early trouble here to start the 8th inning.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like
first
right
base
there. That
number
lawn dart
23.
felt so
Gone.
good.
Oh, Dero, this
Mattingly.
guy's been due. He really needed that one.
Standing in now, Don Mattingly. And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Now batting, third baseman, Eddie Matthews.
Coming to the plate now, Eddie Matthews. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the at-bat.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. None out, runners at first and second. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. On the ground is short. This could be 2. 1 there. On to first, a double play.
Made him throw a lot of pitches in that at bat, but he'll take the double play as a trade-off for sure.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Hannes Wagner, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Cue shot here out towards short. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And the run is in to score from third. Now a 9-2 ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
At the plate, Reggie Jackson. And he fouls this one off. The 3-2 one more time. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. A run on 2 hits for the Yankees. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Yankees lead it 9-2. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and set to go is the veteran first baseman Eddie Murray. fastball, and oh, he has to bend out of the way of that one.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
The 2-1.
One thing's clear, he's not afraid to pitch inside, right? One pitch ducks him away, then he comes right back with another one. So clearly this pitcher, he's not afraid to work that inner half of the plate.
And it's full now, 3-2. And it's fouled away. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, Cal.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Cal
Junior.
Ripken. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Now the 2-1 pitch.
Ball that's outside.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
A runner at first with no outs here. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
Well, it's obvious he wanted absolutely
for the
no
Orioles,
part of the 3 or 4
the
hole
third
hitters.
baseman,
But he's got to focus here because this kind of 5 hole is just as dangerous.
Ready once again, Brooks Robinson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball.
Well, the O's have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now would be a great time for that.
The 2-2. Hit out towards second. And that's through for a base hit. The throw home. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Everything done right, Dan, on both sides, the defensive side and the offensive side, to send him, and the outfielder made a strong, accurate throw, but that runner was safe.
No doubt about it. That's one of those where you got to be aggressive as a third base coach. You know the outfielder has a strong throwing arm. You're taking a lot of things you're trying to get through a decision to send. A good send in a close play, but it all worked out.
Hal Newhouser comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Renato Nunez will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Newhouser has pitched north of 3,200 career innings in the majors, and with an ERA just hovering around the 3.00 benchmark. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
To the plate now, Adley Rutschman. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Looking to minimize the damage here. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time. Orioles settle for 1. We've played 8 full. It's the Yankees 9 and the Orioles 3. Paul Fry comes on to pitch now hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Paul Fry.
Digging in now, Ted Williams. He was a double play victim last time around.
Yeah, rolling into a 2-ball will eat at you for the rest of the game at least, so you know he wants to make up for it right here.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
The 2-1. Hit hard down the left field line, but this will be foul. Ground ball sent back up the middle, reined in. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
In now is the Yankees DH, Mickey Mantle. 2 doubles for him to this point in the game. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Count is 1-2.
The 1-2. Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2. Pitch on the way. Fouled off. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Heading out towards shallow right. Ruda in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down.
The batter, the right fielder, Lou Gehrig.
Now at the plate, Lou Gehrig. So far 2 for 3 in this one. The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Two out, nobody on. And there's strike 3. So we'll see now if they can manage to hold on to this huge lead as the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers, but they lead it by a margin of 9-3. Stepping in, Austin Hayes. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. High in the air out towards shallow right. Gehrig is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for. 1 away.
Up next for the Orioles, the second baseman, Brian.
Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and stepping in, Brian Roberts. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. A ball and 2 strikes. Still 1-2.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
1 out, nobody on. A bouncer to the left side. Oh, and he can't come up with it. On to first, and the Orioles are down to their final out.
The right fielder, number 16, Ben Ruda.
At the plate, Ben Ruda, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. Baltimore down to their final strike. Fouled away. And he fouls this one off. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
That is just a great at-bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them, and that never say die mentality could be the difference. We'll see how it plays out.
Now at the plate, Eddie Murray, man at first after the 2-out walk. Two balls and a strike to the Orioles first baseman.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And there's a called strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon.
One of the most frustrating things for me to watch in this game is guys getting count leverage and not pull the trigger on a fastball middle in. That's why you play, to get in those.
Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. A leap, but he won't get it. It's off the wall. And they'll get a little closer here as the run comes across to score from first. It's now a 9-4 ball game.
Up next for the Orioles.
Never say never in this game, folks. It's late and the clock is ticking, but that RBI double might start making believers out of the entire dugout. We'll see if they can build on it and maybe get back into this thing.
Into the box now, Cal Ripken. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. Lofted in the air out to right field. And he will make the catch with ease, and the Yankees have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
And this ball game ends at a 9-4 final score. New York posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Walter Johnson hangs win number 11 on his line. Sean Newcomb permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees, 9 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Orioles, 4 runs on 8 hits. 1 error. They left 9 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 41 minutes.